Hi everyone, welcome to A Course in Miracles Live. We have been going through the workbook lessons of A Course in Miracles, and we have been on a review period, and today is our last review lesson of this review period. So here we go, we're going to go into a deep dive. Today's lesson, lesson 150. My mind holds only what I think with God. I will accept atonement for myself. Only salvation can be said to cure. So there it is. Again, my mind holds only what I think with God. I will accept atonement for myself. Only salvation can be said to cure. So for support for our lesson today from the text, I took two words from our review lesson, salvation and atonement. So this is what I found. Salvation. Miracles are the way in which minds that serve the Holy Spirit unite with me for the salvation or release of all of God's creations. Chapter 3. Persecution frequently results in an attempt to justify the terrible misperception that God Himself persecuted His own Son on behalf of salvation. You who fear salvation are choosing death. Of your ego you can do nothing to save yourself or others, but of your spirit you can do everything for the salvation of both. Salvation does not apply to spirit, which is not in danger and does not need to be salvaged. Salvation, Chapter 4 teaches us, is nothing more than right-mindedness, which is not the one-mindedness of the Holy Spirit, but which must be achieved before one-mindedness is restored. Salvation is a collaborative venture. You have not been asked to work out the plan of salvation yourself because, as I told you before, the remedy could not be of your making. Since you cannot not teach, your salvation lies in teaching the exact opposite of everything the ego believes. Whenever two sons of God meet, they are given another chance at salvation. Do not leave anyone without giving salvation to him and receiving it yourself. If you did not have a split mind, you would recognize that willing is salvation because it is communication. Your will is your salvation because it is the same as God's. Salvation is of your brother. Miracles are merely the sign of your willingness to follow the Holy Spirit's plan of salvation, recognizing that you do not understand what it is. God's will is your salvation. Do not be afraid of it because it is your salvation. Your Christ self does not need salvation, but your mind needs to learn what salvation is. The ego will always substitute chaos for meaning, for if separation is salvation, harmony is threat. How simple then is God's plan for salvation? Sweet. And atonement. Miracles are part of an interlocking chain of forgiveness which, when completed, is the atonement. Atonement works all the time and in all dimensions of time. Atoning means undoing. The undoing of fear is an essential part of the atonement value of miracles. The miracle is an expression of an inner awareness of Christ and the acceptance of his atonement. Jesus tells us, I am in charge of the process of atonement which I undertook to begin. The reason you come before me is that I do not need miracles for my own atonement, but I stand at the end in case you fail temporarily. My part in the atonement is canceling out all of the errors that you could not otherwise correct. When you have been restored to the recognition of your original state, you naturally become part of the atonement yourself. And in terms of working miracles, the ability is the potential, the achievement is its expression, and the atonement, which is the natural profession of the children of God, is the purpose. The forgiven are the means of the atonement. Those who are released must join in releasing their brothers, for this is the plan of the atonement. Again, Jesus tells us, I am the only one who can perform miracles indiscriminately because I am the atonement. You have a role in the atonement which I will dictate to you. Atonement undoes all errors in this respect and thus uproots the source of fear. The impersonal nature of miracles is because the atonement itself is one, uniting all creations with their Creator. The miracle joins in the atonement by placing the mind in the service of the Holy Spirit. Atonement restores spirit to its proper place. The purpose of the atonement is to restore everything to you, or rather, to restore it to your awareness. When the atonement has been completed, all talents will be shared by all the sons of God. So, what a lesson. My mind holds only what I think with God. I will accept atonement for myself. Only salvation can be said to cure. And as a song today to lift us up, I am turning again to my friend Elisa Amore's In Every Heartbeat album. And the song today is, Without Forgiveness, I Will Still Be Blind. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. What a deep lesson. My mind holds only what I think with God. I will accept atonement for myself. Only salvation can be said to cure. Have a beautiful day. Shine your light. Let it shine.